268.
Tasmadhyasya mahabāho.
Tasmadhyasya mahabāho.
Nigrihītāni sarvashah.
Nigrihītāni sarvashah.
Indriyāni indriyārthebhyah.
Indriyāni indriyārthebhyah.
Tasya prajñā pratisthita.
Tasya prajñā pratisthita.
268.1. The meaning of the words of the shloka. Tasmad, therefore, yasya, whose, mahabāho, O the mighty armed, nigrahītāni, are withdrawn, sarvashaha, in all manner, indriyāni indriyairthebhyastasya, that is indriyāni plus indriyarthebhyah plus tasya, indriyāni, senses, indriyarthebhyah, from the sense objects, tasya, his, prajñā, discriminative intellect, pratisthita, is firmly established. 268.2. The meaning of the shloka. Therefore, O the mighty armed, his discriminative intellect is firmly established, whose senses are withdrawn from the sense objects in all manner. 268.3. Bhāshya.
Indriyanam pravruttau doshaha upapaditaha yasmad tasmad yasya yatehe he mahabāho nigrihītāni sarvashaha sarvaprakarehi manasadi bhedaihi indriyāni indriyarthebhyah shabdadibhyah tasya prajñā pratisthita.
Translation. The harm perpetrated by the activities of the senses has been shown. Therefore, O mighty armed one, the discriminative intellect of the yati, whose senses in all their varieties, differentiated as mind, etc., manasedi are withdrawn from sense objects like sound, etc., is firmly established. 268.4. Explanation. The harm done by the mind going after the senses has been reiterated. The discriminative intellect is tossed about. A spiritual practitioner has to steady his intellect. The idea is the same as in Shloka 258, where the exhortation is to withdraw the senses like a turtle drawing in its limbs. In fact, the second parts of both the shlokas are the same. 268.5. While stressing the need for the yati to withdraw the senses from the sense objects, the Acharya explains the word sarvashaha, in all manner, as manasedi bhedehi, that is differentiated by mind, etc. The senses go after objects only when they are followed by the mind. All cognitions like sound, etc., are the impressions created in the mind as a result of its joint action with the senses. That is why the Acharya uses the word manasedi bhedehi while explaining sarvashaha, in all manner. Therefore, mind is the key in controlling the senses. 268.6. The word manasedi bhedehi can also be joined with nigrihītāni, are withdrawn. Then it would mean different ways of controlling the mind and the senses. Withdrawing the mind and the senses from their orientation towards the sense objects and focusing them on contemplation of the principle is tapas. This is the way Mahabharata Shanti Parva 250.4 defines tapas. Manaschendriyanam cha haikagryam paramam tapah Tapas is the attainment of concentration of the mind and the senses. 268.7. Tapas is of three kinds: mental, verbal, and physical. The first is composed of keeping a pleasant mind, gentleness, silence, self-denial, and an unsullied attitude. The verbal tapas calls for uttering unagitating words that are truthful, dear, and likable. The practice of learning the scriptures is also a part of this. The worship of the devas, Brahmins, gurus, and the realized souls, cleanliness, a strong resolve, brahmacharya, that is celibacy, and non-violence go to make up the physical tapas. The Acharya's usage of the term manasedipedehi refers to all this. The practitioner has to observe all these to make his intellect steady. He then becomes a sthita prajnaha. 268.8 Bhāṣya.
यः अयं लौकिको वैदिकः च व्यवहारः स उत्पन्नविवेकज्ञानस्य स्थितप्रज्ञस्य अविद्याकार्यत्वाद् अविद्यानिवृत्तौ निवर्तते। अविद्यायाः च विद्याविरोधाद् निवृत्तिः इति एतमर्थं स्फुटीकुर्वन् आह.
Translation. All these activities, be it scriptural or mundane, are induced by ignorance. They cease in the case of a man of steady wisdom when discrimination, that is real knowledge, has arisen and ignorance has vanished. As ignorance is the opposite, that is, does not coexist with, of real knowledge, that ignorance goes away. Making this meaning clear, Bhagavan says. 268.9 Explanation. People engage themselves in all kinds of activities. They are different according to the mental makeup of the individual. Some do worldly activities and some Vedic rituals. The latter is done for otherworldly objectives like attaining heaven. All this is done because man is ignorant about his real nature. Without knowing that he is himself full and the embodiment of bliss, he attributes a limited personality to himself. That is why he has desire to attain various things of this world and the other. And for gratifying that desire, he does various karma or activities. Manu makes this clear in his Smriti 2.4. Yadyati kurute kinchit tattad kamasya cheshtidam. Whatever karma is done, all those are expressions of desire. As the man of steady wisdom is free from ignorance, he has no desire. With the dawn of wisdom, his ignorance has disappeared, taking with it the desire for worldly or otherworldly objects. Therefore, he does not do any karma. This is made clear in the next shlokas.